and Information Literacy and Center for Democracy Development made the call at the World Press Conference on Corruption in Nigeria held in Abuja on Thursday. The group urged Nigerian youth to allow the Economic and Financial Crime Commission to perform their constitutional rights and not to disrupt the agency's arrest and prosecution plans. They said the ordinary Nigerians are always at the receiving end when funds made for development is misappropriated or looted by the politicians. They said prosecution does not mean conviction, and so the youth must ensure that suspected corrupt politicians are prosecuted and made to face the consequences of their actions while in public office. They further urged President Tinubu-led administration to address the rising deformation of anti-corruption agencies in the country. They pleaded with anti-corruption agencies and the masses to come together and fight the anti-corruption in Nigeria. They noted that Nigeria have their hopes on democracy despite its flaws, but all the hopes will be dashed away because of the stealing and the corruption by top politicians.
Inadequate budgetary allocation to efficiently fund investigation and prosecution. Budgetary allocation to the EFCC, ICPC, Code of Conduct, Nigerian Police, among others, are inadequate. Poor resource allocation is a calculated attempt to gradually push these agencies toward extinction by limiting their resources. The government is effectively crippling their ability to function effectively and independently, because if you refuse to provide them with the enabling resources, how will they be able to work? Take, for example, the Nigerian police. The budget of the Nigerian police is so insignificant that even the office of the National Security Advisor has more money than the police. This can only happen in Nigeria. We already complained that we have insufficient policemen. You cannot provide resources to recruit competent police officers. You could not provide them with resources to effectively deal with the criminality in this country. Not to talk of the anti-corruption agencies like EFCC, ICPC, Code of Conduct that is supposed to look at the declaration as a declaration of all the public officials in Nigeria who run into millions now. And you will deprive them. How will they be able to investigate the claims that you have declared your asset? So you can see that there's a deliberate and conscious effort to cripple the anti-corruption work if you do not provide them with enabling resources, or if you do not give them the support that they needed to do their work. Number 5, rising disinformation on the anti-corruption effort. There are desperate efforts by corrupt elements to disinform, mislead, and confuse Nigerians on the effort of various anti-corruption institutions in Nigeria. We are worried over the poor understanding of the work and mandate of the anti-corruption agencies by many Nigerians, including youth, who recently play an active role in preventing arrest of some prominent looters of public treasury, not minding the negative impact of the loots on rising unemployment and economic downturn being experienced, and aligning critical sectors that endlessly launch our economy.
That it is reprehensible, is unacceptable, this amount of attacks on anti-corruption agencies. Because what we do when we attack these institutions, especially when they act to advance public interest, we're undermining democracy and the rule of law. And that should not be tolerated.